I have a question for you.
Okay. What's the question?
Have you ever just stared at your Word document and just thought, I could have other hobbies?
Almost every single day. Between having kids, having a job, and writing, and this, and being a person and having a social life, like, what are we doing to ourselves?
I don't know. I'm all like, why can't I just like pick up a racket, put a cute outfit on, and just go to the park and play pickleball for an hour, and then I leave and I'm done playing pickleball, and that's it. And I mean, I will say the people who play pickleball tend to talk about pickleball a lot, but I would probably not talk about it in the way that I talk about the people that I created in my head that I feel like are real people. And I'm telling my husband, like, I'm like spilling the tea on like these real people. Psychotic.
Yeah,
What other hobby?
we don't have hobbies. People say, "Oh, that's so cute. Like writing's like such a nice hobby for you." I'm like, hobbies are supposed to be like 100% fun.
They're supposed to be fun. Yeah. I've had this thing at work where like in your office, like, or at work, not a lot of people know that you do this on the side or whatever.
Right.
But when my supervisor found out about it, she was like, "Oh, that's so nice that you have like a little outlet that's yours." And like, I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like, this is," I was like, "This is what keeps me sane from all the other stuff."
Right.
But it also is the thing making me insane.
It's a weird part of our brains where we love to punish ourselves because we are creative individuals and we can't not do the things. It's like a compulsion.
The other thing, see, like, I think that you're very creative.
It's
I
true.
think that like whoever, you're creating something out of nothing, as in like you are like building a world and coming up with your own rules. And I think that is the most creative thing on the planet. And I'm literally writing real life. Like, I'm more or less like taking real life and I'm tweaking it to fulfill the character's journey or the hero's journey, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm just like, let me put this real thing that happened into this formula and maybe people will think it's. You are like literally creating worlds and characters, and like, I don't know, if you're somebody who's out there doing that, that's you are a creative person.
I am a psycho, let's be honest, because I
if you
call
haven't
that
gathered that in this 2 episodes.
right. Like this is therapy. Well, ASMR of the ice cubes, but this is therapy. And so is writing, unpacking all of the feelings, putting it into a world that doesn't exist, and calling it a day.
I'm always curious, what was the thing that you were like, I have to sit down and write this book, and I'm gonna, because that's always the decision, right? Like when you decide, like, here's the book, okay, I'm sitting down and I'm starting the hobby. Like, this is my first day at the gym, not the same, but like, I'm gonna go do the thing. But like, what's the thing that's like, I need to go do it?
This is gonna sound so egotistical, but I'm just gonna say it. It's because I am an avid reader. Like, I think I have read 45 books this year, and at least half of them, I'm like, I could have done a better job. Like,
Okay.
and it's not because they're bad. It's because I'm like, I have those skills. I can do that, and I can entertain people just as well as that person.
Like, I want to do that. Yeah, like that's what's driving me to. I can do
So, fun fact, I don't think I've ever told you this. I started writing my book off of a dare from my best friend Jenny, and we were I think we had just gotten done reading Onyx Storm, which is the third book in the Fourth Wing series by Rebecca Yarros, and we got done reading it. And we were like, you know how you're in a show hole after you get done watching, like binging like a Netflix series?
Yes.
It was like that. So we got done reading that book together. And I'm just like, I could do that. And I wasn't bored by any means, but she's like, I dare you to do that. I'm like, sure. So she's really big into Hermione fan fiction. And so she started writing like just a couple like chapters of a Hermione fan fiction. So then I started writing my book, and she's like, holy shit, you need to keep going. I'm like,
That's awesome.
okay. So I did, and it was really fun. And I think I literally wrote the first draft in like 4 weeks. I wrote like 100,000 words in 4 weeks.
That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like I either like sit down and I write for 10 hours or I don't do anything.
No. I'm the same way. It's like feast or famine. There's really no in between.
And that's why when you come out of it, I think too, if you're a mom, like, I don't know about you, but I have such a hard time transitioning from writing for 8 hours or like that whole day that I took to do it while the kids were at school or whatever. And then into like coming out of this world and needing to be a mom. And that's why I think that we're always like, oh, if I had all the time in the world, it would be so nice. Because I'm somebody who would stay up all night.
Yeah.
For weeks, like go on a bender. I would be on a bender for weeks.
Like this kind of bender?
Yeah, because eventually, like, you have to unwind from that. And I think that people really take for granted how hard it is to unwind from whatever you're doing. I think even when I was acting, like coming off of a show, finishing a show, to think of like just going to bed or going home and like you can't. You have to do it. And like honestly, a drink helps. Like a drink is like you need to just, and that's why we're here. And that's why
Cue the margarita.
Because you do need somebody, like you need that person to help you unwind. For Woods. And my poor husband is just like, I said it before, he's in the line of fire. As soon as I'm done and I need a transition, I like need to have a drink. I like need to find something to relax me in order to like transition to the next responsibility.
Yeah.
Life.
Okay, so tell me, why did you start writing? And please tell me it's just as egotistical as my reason.
I think I started writing the book that I'm querying now when I was going through a really bad breakup. Yeah, like it was
you
like
started writing it then?
Yeah, I started writing it then. It was like 10 years ago. And actually, my now husband and I it was when we first started dating, and we were a few months in and we were long distance and it was really hard. And we broke up, and I'm just like, I'm a journaler. I've always been a journaler, like since I could write. And so, yeah, I don't know, I was so upset about it. It was like the worst feeling in the entire world that I literally sat down and I wrote this scene that used to be the opening scene of the book. It's not anymore. Now it's a flashback. But I wrote the scene where she is on this magical date with this guy, like her first love. And they're talking about where they see themselves in the future. And he's like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Blah, blah, blah. And all of their plans are like together. And it's like this wonderful, they're like sitting on the beach in the Cape, and like it's beautiful. It's graduation night. Like they have their whole future ahead of them. And it's all those feelings that you get at that age, at like 22, when you're just like, oh my God, the future, I can see it. Like I have it planned out. Or if you don't have it planned out, it's so exciting that you don't have it planned out. You're just like, I'm so excited for what comes next. And like, you don't see all the shit that's about to happen.
So much shit.
So much shit. So yeah, I don't know. So I sat down and I wrote this like scene of just wanting to go back to this conversation that we had, not knowing all the things that were about to happen. And that's where I started the book for the longest time. It started there. And it's like now adapted. And so like, anyway, yeah, that's how this particular book started. But I have a hard time if I'm not like needing to get something out. It's really hard for me to like sit down and create something.
That's funny because when I am really feeling very big emotions, as I like to call tell my 4-year-old, I'm like, when you're having really, really big emotions, what do we do with them? We name them and we do something physical with them. And that's what I do. Like it used to be, okay, newsflash, not an athletic person. I am a very creative individual. Team sports, not my thing. Fear of letting people down. That's why I always did individual ones.
Oh my God, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yes.
What it is, it's the fear of letting people down.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Years of trying to unlock why I was so anxious in the outfield.
You poor soul. You poor soul.
You made it all make so much sense. Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm here for. I am here to not only enlighten you, but entertain you.
Literally that. So yeah, we discovered this major plot point.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyways. Put that in your next book. When I have big feelings, I have to make it into something.
Mm-hmm.
So big feelings of ego made the first book. Big feelings of I'm really frustrated with my fucking life right now made my second book. And then, because the second book I'm not done with it because I don't know how to end it. Weird. But it is a contemporary romance of like a second chance romance, and happily married for 10 years. But it was like a moment of frustration of you have 2 kids and you're in the shitstorm and like you don't like your partner that day because everything's fucking hard.
So yeah, that's real. Yeah. But I think even in your fantasy stuff, it does sound like you pull a lot from real life, like in your themes and all the things that you want the book to represent. But
like I could easily take the themes from my fantasy books, plop them right into contemporary, and it would still hold, which makes me think, and this total side note is like, what if I rewrote, because I'm a glutton for punishment, what if I rewrote them in contemporary fantasy, kind of like Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City, where it's still magic, it's still fantasy, but there's like contemporary elements. And I'm like, do I want to hurt myself that bad?
I know. That's kind of the craziest thing about what we do, as well as that, like, and if this is you, let us know, because
yes,
I'm always amazed at how willing we are to go back into our own work and change it.
Yes. And why is it? I think it's twofold. Like you changed your beginning of your first book because someone's told you to. Someone said it doesn't feel like it's starting in the right place.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with me.
Notes. Yeah. Yeah. But like I had no issue. I always thought I was going to. Like I always thought like, oh my God, like I would not, I'm really feel finished. I'll go in, I'll make some minor changes and whatever, but never something like huge. And then once I did, I was so, it wasn't, once it was actually in the edit, I didn't care as much as I thought I was going to care.
Me too. It's like it becomes this mass of feelings, and then it becomes like we were talking about I think the other day, of it becomes like a physical product that you want to continue to make better.
Yeah, you just want it to be better. Because every time, we need to come up with like a word in the English language for when you write something and you feel like it's like Shakespearean, and then you go back even just like a day later or 2 days later and you're like, this is a 5-year-old writing. What is wrong with me? There's no word for it. Like, what's the word for it?
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
For this phenomenon.
Okay. What is the word?
I had a draft I gave out to people to read.
Oh my God, me too. And I'm like, oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Yes, I went back a month later and I was like, I was crying to my husband and I was like, people were reading this.
Okay.
I hate
It's
this.
thinking.
Why do we do
Oh,
this?
damn it. I have it on like the really hard thinking chat GPT. So it's actually going to give me a fun, like a real answer. Ooh, okay. We have some options, people.
Okay.
Draft euphoria.
Shit, that's good.
Draft blindness. The taste gap, which is from, it's an Ira Glass's term. Your taste outpaces your current output.
Okay. Leave it to Ira Glass to make me feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Killing your darlings moment. Realizing that the brilliant bits need to go.
I disagree with that. I think darlings are things that you never, ever, ever in a million years want to let go, but you have to.
I've murdered so many.
Yeah, all the time.
Or either murdered or eliminated completely from this story. And I'm like, okay, it's like that Sims moment where you pick someone up and you put them in like a holding pattern until you can deal with them. I do that. Am I the only masochist that did that?
Yeah. I just want a happy family living a happy life together.
You didn't purposefully put people in moments of conflict just to see how they would react?
I think I was just playing house with my Sims.
Okay.
But
See, this is why you write contemporary.
I identify with you.
I like to make up my own rules. You know that meme where it's like, am I the drama? No, I'm not the drama. I just like to witness others' drama. And I think that's why I love writing so much, because I make it and then I watch shit happen because they're real in my head.
It's hilarious.
I'm a psycho.
What was the first one again?
Draft euphoria.
I kind of like that one.
Or draft blindness.
Draft euphoria, where you're like, I did it.
Yep.
I fucking did it, guys. And you're like, everybody, come see how good I look.
Ooh, okay. Okay, here's some funnier ones. Genius hangover.
Okay. I'm in my genius hangover.
Yeah. Oh.
That could be that could be like a, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I like it. See where it's going.
Keyboard catfish.
This is why we came here.
Anyways, okay, let's go with, what did I say? Keyboard catfish.
Keyboard catfish. I like that. I'm also going to use genius hangover, I think, in regular conversation.
Or in your book.
Genius hangover. My character does not ever feel like a genius, but because she's me. I do. I definitely have moments where I'm like, hell yeah. High-fiving myself. And then you read it 2 days later and it's like
garbage.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Right. Like someone just lit a dumpster on fire and said, woohoo.
Devastating. Does anybody have this in any other hobbies? Please tell me. Please
inform me if any other hobbies don't have this happen.
Exactly.
Because I need that as a hobby.
This was supposed to be an episode about the pain and the joys of what we do, of our hobby.
I think I already touched on my joy, and that is joy of manipulation.
Watching other people's pain.
Like, if people, after watching this episode, if they don't think that I am an absolute psychopath, it'll be a blessing from the heavens, because I don't know what you see in me, Cait.
I see a lot of you guys on social media, and I feel like there's a lot of you out there, Jenna, who have the same types of feelings about their characters. Like, they love to put them in drama. They love to see how they're going to react in certain situations, and I think it's fascinating. I just have not experienced that euphoria yet of seeing that happen. I think because my first book is like my main character is me,
you,
more or less. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a memoir by any means, but I'm writing it from to be like me. So it's like too personal. Like, I don't want to see myself in these situations. I've seen myself in most of these situations.
You know the outcome already.
I know pretty much what the outcome is. Okay. Why do we continue to do it? Why do we continue to do it? Why do you continue to do it? Why are we here?
both an existential question and
very existential.
yes. I think because I have like very, very serious, like I'm not like joking around. I think because I have a part of my brain that wants affirmation that I did a good job.
Hmm.
Like, I want
Yeah.
someone to pat me on the head and say, "Great job, but also you wrecked me." I want someone to get done reading my book and say, "I did not." Okay, this is when you are crafting your world. It is the biggest compliment in the world to hear someone say, "I would not have expected that character to react that way, but I'm so happy they did."
That's cool. That's really cool.
And that only happens in really, really good fantasy novels. Like, or even just romance novels in general. Like, if you see, like, the average, like, character arc of someone in a romance novel, like, 3rd act breakup, like because nothing in my head, in the world I make, pushes someone to lash out more than a 3rd act breakup, both reader and fictional character.
I could see that. I could see that. I feel like everybody listening is going to know exactly what you're talking about. And then there's going to be like the
There's gonna be uproar.
3% of me that are like totally, totally that like are like historical fiction nerds or like,
Historical fiction is something I never could write because I like to bend the rules far too much.
yeah, and I think that's definitely the point, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
you do it. That's why, and that's
That's true.
exciting. Yeah.
Okay, so I know your first book was cathartic,
Mhm.
but why do you keep writing after that first one?
I mean, I'm continuing to write things that are like real to my life, you know, like so it's like a way that I feel like it sounds so like therapy and so like which I never thought it was that stereotypical, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, oh, it is. It's just like yeah, like it's like I have to write it in order to like figure it all out or something in
Mhm.
order to like explore like that myself. Maybe like talking it out doesn't happen or help. I don't know. But like, yeah, it's like I have to like relive it through some way or some realm that like helps me explore it for myself.
I like that.
I don't know.
It's like
It
no
is like a way
matter
of journaling.
yeah, and it's almost like no matter how expensive your therapist, it's never gonna be like this.
No, it's not. And I'm so interested when people started to read it, it was so weird. It was
Really?
so weird for me. Yeah. It was so weird because I feel like because I had been writing it for so long that like all of these things seem so personal and because it's obviously like a lot of it has happened and I'm gonna continue to write about things that have actually happened or a version of how it happened. But like and once people started to like ask me questions, I was like, how did you know that? I,
Oh, it was like a really
yeah,
like deep personal thing that they're
yeah, like
asking you
something,
about and you're like,
yeah, or even like a character that I made up that I had nobody had ever like met before, and then they were like, "Oh my God, Jan," and I was like, "How do you know Jan? How do you know Jan?" Yeah, it was really weird for me when people started reading it. So I can't imagine having it like out in the world, and that's like what gets me the most excited, honestly, is getting it out in the world for people who aren't my coworkers to read it.
so you have a group of coworkers too that are like your biggest cheerleaders?
Oh my gosh, yes, they're so excited. They're the best. And that's been awesome to have. Like, yeah, your people, your community. Um,
Love that.
Yeah, and that's why we're here for it. That's why we're here for it. I also think that like this is something that, and if you're listening, I'm assuming that you do this or you do something creative that like you'll have it forever. Even if you have kids when the kids are gone, you know, you're old and maybe retired and you're just not going to ever be that bored, retired person way too involved in their kids' lives and marriages and grandkids. You're going to have a healthy balance of doing stuff that fills you up even in older age. Like, and you're always going to have something that takes up your time and is something that you enjoy and brings you happiness. So I love thinking about that. It makes me less scared about thinking about my kids growing up and leaving. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to continue to do this, you know?
Yeah.
I know we have the same kind of thing. We have kids like similar ages.
As a parent, you never want to have your full identity in your children. So I think finding like our identity in some of our writing, you quite literally your identity. You went a full 100% on that one, full send. But I think it's healthy. Maybe not my version of like, manipulation. I want to play Puppet Master, but yours for sure, 100% healthy. Mine, maybe not.
I think in your own way, you're doing the same thing though. And that's what the part that brings you joy is like creating and seeing the worlds and yeah, coming up with the rules. And that's so cool. I'm amazed. I tell you all the time that I'm amazed, and anybody who's listening that writes fantasy, like that shit is that is impressive.
I'm proud of my spreadsheets, that's for sure. So I know why you write. I know why I write. But what about you? What keeps you being creative? Just share it, and we'll probably put it in the next episode. So tell us.
We need to share everybody's stuff, because I think that we are like, being creative can be such an isolating experience, and we're all doing it for very similar reasons, and you probably don't even realize.
So just take a beat, take a sip, and just tell us why you do what you do.
Well, cheers, dude.
Cheers. Because y'all need more of this.